about being authentic. And I know a lot of us struggle with that. But that's something that really resonates with me. Does anybody else have any thoughts around that before we kind of jump in and get rolling? Thank you very much for sharing
I
that.
want to share real quick though, thinking about that when Dara was saying it, when I first met you, Allison, it's like she just shows up as Allison. She's like, here's a raccoon I'm saving, and here's a rat that I live with, and I'm wild, and I swear, and here I am. And I was like, wow, this is a lot of human in one package. But I just fell in love with her authenticity because she wasn't trying to impress me and say, well, like, let me just act a certain way. She was like, here I am, take it or leave it. And it made me fall in love with you more because you could have put on a mask and felt the environment to see how I acted and then acted just like me. Instead, you stayed the same. And I'm the same way. When you meet me at home, I'm a weird goofball. And when you meet me out in public, I'm a weird goofball. And I'm just like fun and lighthearted. And that's just who I am. But yeah, it was just fun. So if you know Allison, you know she's a weirdo and we love her just like she is.
I am, but thank you for that. I do that message does resonate because I think as we grow into ourselves, Anna and I talked about this going into our mid-30s. We were like, golly, what were we doing in our 20s? Like you start to find yourself, and I think the faster we start to find ourselves and understand who we are, the more authentic we show up. And I think that the world starts to show up for you in that way as well. And you're able to put your energy into being who you are and serving people at the highest level. So I appreciate you guys for this. We are doing this a little differently. This is the last of our 90-day series. Daria, thank you so much for coming on and being here. But we want this to be a topic conversation. I know Miranda is here. She is our sales manager and was our transaction coordinator for the Greco group. She's got some great tips. Anna's here. I'm here. We're all here to plug into each other. So Daria, I'm going to let you start the convo and then we're all going to start rocking and rolling together. Okay?
Yeah, absolutely. So I know you guys wanted to touch upon AI and just kind of how we use it in operations in our business. And I thought of two things this morning and yesterday as I was preparing for this. Like one, just really going deep with Chatty G. I think that Chatty G and Tina, can speak to this too. We have a team voice. She has a leadership lens. I have a voice as well. And just having those daily convos with ChatGPT, brain dumps, like for, 2 to 3 weeks at a time, just so ChatGPT can learn you and understand, your wins, share your wants, share your frustrations, your dreams, your goals with ChatGPT. Because as you're brain dumping and going through those things, you could say after a few weeks, hey, what are you hearing are my frustrations? What systems can you put into place that you're seeing that I'm having problems with, that I can implement in my business? And they're pretty spot on, actually. So that's, something I wanted to start the conversation with. Like, we also upload our assessments, our working geniuses in there, our DISC profiles are in there, our strengths finder. Anytime we take an assessment or have a nugget that we can add, we put it in there. So I just wanted to open it up there and see, how other people are using it. Do you have questions about how to use it? So let's roll off the convo there.
I'll start with, I use it for creating action plans, entering in people's goals as a sales manager, and then specifically using the 12-week year book, or however somebody is wanting to plan their goals. I have it create, okay, how, based off of this goal, how many conversations do you need to have a day? How many appointments do you need to set a week?
I love that. And then do you take that, Miranda, and share that with your agents? Like, how do you take it from there and then implement it or put it into place in the business?
Yeah, I share it with the agents and then use it when we do our like goal setting meetings.
And how do they respond to that? Like, what's their take on it? Are they like, oh, Chatty G again, or are they open to it?
I feel like AI has a little bit more authority than me. So when I say, oh, this is coming from ChatGPT, they're like, oh, okay. I mean, ChatGPT is right. So ChatGPT knows more than Miranda.
ChatGPT is always right.
Yeah.
If you did not see my post yesterday about how it medically diagnosed me correctly on a bee sting, go watch that today, because I made an apology post to ChatGPT about how it was right and I was wrong.
That was pretty funny. I saw that this morning, Anna, and I wanted to text you this morning and be like, hey, just FYI, spider bites will have two little holes, not just one. So
You couldn't have told me that 2 days ago.
Maria, I have a question. So this is probably
Yeah.
more of like baseline, might sound a little bit like I don't know what I'm talking about, and that's great.
Yeah.
So being very vulnerable here, when you were saying like you use it as a team, like are you building GPTs out where you guys like not everyone's logging into your chat GPT, right? Like, so how is it, is there a way to like dump it where all of the information's coming together? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, so we have a team account. We each have an individual account, and then we have a team account, and it's like tech at, our call group. Um,
That's so smart.
and we actually give that to our admins also because we're like, hey, upload our pictures to our listings and have ChatGPT create in our voice, our company voice, a description for that. So we're trying to get those a little bit more streamlined because some of our agents struggle with writing the description on their listing. So we use that. And then also, Allison, you can share your voice with others. So Tina has her own voice in hers, but she shares that with us also. So if I've got a message that I need to bring to the team and I want it to be in Tina's voice or have some piece of Tina's voice in it, I can run it through that filter and say, hey, take my message, make sure it sounds a little bit like Tina's in it also, and then spit it back out.
Okay,
So we can
how
share each
tactical?
other's voices.
I'm a tactical person. How do you do that?
On the
Is it just
left-hand
like,
side,
keep
yeah,
going.
it's just like an option, share voice, and then you send an email, and then I accept the voice in my chat GPT.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's pretty easy. Yeah.
Cool. Does anybody else have any like tactical questions around how they're going to be implementing this or how they use it? Because I mean,
Yeah.
I just want Tina's voice. So full disclosure.
But do you?
Can't
Because
have
if you're
it.
showing up as your authentic
No, I'm
self,
kidding. Everyone will
Allison.
know it's not me.
Well, it's funny, like when my my voice in Chatty G is they're like, here's your direct to the point voice. And I'm like, okay, but make it friendly and amiable for those who don't like direct and to the point. So it's funny how your voice really, because I'll say, one thing that I do use a lot, almost every day now, and this is how I love Chatty G showing up in my life. I will voice memo on my phone, nothing fancy. It's a regular app, the voice memo app. Any meeting that I'm in, I voice memo that. And then at the end of it, you can click on the three dots on the right hand top side and copy transcription. I copy that, upload it into ChatGPT on my phone, and I say, take out the summary, write out bullet points of call to action, write out bullet points of next steps. I take that and then we send that to our team. We use that for team meetings. I use that for our little huddles and all of that stuff. So that's one way it's showing up. And because I'm so direct with it, that's what it's spitting back out to me, right? So that's why I have to say sometimes, hey, make this a little bit more friendly. Hey, I'm sending this to the agents, put some warmth in it, because I like that very direct communication, but I know that doesn't flow, for everybody.
Well, Daria, so when we were in Scottsdale last week at the top 250, I got to sit at a table and when I go into these events, I look for like who is the most intimidating table, like who is the top agent with like the million followers. So I sit right there. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching and I'm on my computer taking voice memos, copying them, I'm stopping it, I'm typing, and I look over and he's doing nothing. And I was like, this is so weird. What's going on? And he looks at me and he shakes this little tiny black thing he has. And I was like, I'm so sorry. What is that? He says it's Limitless AI or Plod, Plaud. Mine's coming today. It's being delivered today. He said the difference that actually John Glutch asked, why did he choose Limitless AI over Plod? And he said, because Plod, you have to kind of like start and stop, whereas Limitless AI will kind of dictate the silence and some of the conversations that aren't pertinent, and it'll break it out. At the end of every day, he just takes his recording from Limitless AI. It dictates everything. He puts it into his chat GPT and he says, take everything you've learned, give me my top 5 points that I need to execute on, etc. When he was in production, he would go into his listing appointments and it's just a little like magnet button.
Yeah.
It would listen to every single note that the seller said. It would then turn around and dictate what it was, give him listing descriptions, action items, who his avatar for the buyer of that was, and literally it streamlined everything. He says it saves him like 25 hours a week basically, and it's just a second brain. And so mine gets delivered today. It was actually pretty affordable. And that might be an AI tool that we can implement. I'll let you guys know how it goes after like a 60-day period, but I think that that's going to be something that's going to be very it's going to help me with leverage a lot.
I agree with you. And I want to add on to that one thing, because we just got one of these for one of our agents, and Tina has one as well, I believe. So we had her bring it to her listing presentation, and she wore the plaid and then upload. She sent it to Tina and I think our sales director of her listing presentation, the audio. And then Tina ran it through one of her lenses and said, hey, give some feedback. And it was like, agent did this well, bullet point, bullet point, bullet point. Agent did not ask for the deal. So suggesting this type of closing or this type of, like framework. And then we were able to give that feedback. Now think about that. A human brain to have to sit and listen to the hour presentation and then take notes. And then only from their singular lens, think, okay, this could have went better. This was really great. This was spot on. You missed an opportunity here. That's going to take at least 2.5 hours for a sales manager to go through. But when you just upload that and then ask ChatGPT to look at it through this lens, spit it back out, we were able to give that agent feedback, almost immediately, and then share that with the team as well. Like, hey, this was a miss here, and let's talk about this talk track, because if one person's doing it, I'm sure a lot of people are also doing that. So I would challenge you to use it in that way too. Like, what did I miss when I was making a presentation, whatever your presentation may be?
That's smart. Send it with some of the team members, see what it looks like. And then everybody has a really good analysis of what they're doing on their buyer consultations, they're getting their agency signed. I mean, everything. And ChatGPT, it is smarter. It's billions of brains coming together that's giving information. It's all about data collection. So that's brilliant. Thank you for that.
Allison.
Yep.
What's funny is what Miranda said. The agents are like, oh, ChatGPT said it, so I guess I'll do it. We've given Emily that feedback that she doesn't close or whatever, sometimes. And so when she saw it with ChatGPT, she's like, I guess I better work on this. You should.
Yeah,
so it was just funny. They trust the damn thing more, but it was right.
That's right. I would trust ChatGPT over me too. So, I understand. But it is, guys, I think that's the whole thing, right? Like, for me as a leader, I don't care what voice you listen to. I just want to find all of the voices until you find one that resonates and you listen to it. Do you know what I mean? It's like Daria said, if I have to be direct, if I have to be soft, if I have to be hard, if I have to be funny, I will just keep giving it in different voices the same message until somebody finally says, oh my gosh, a light bulb clicked. Did you know? And I just try to hold back the laughter where I'm like, yes, I've been saying this for 4 years, but it's like, I don't care, because the goal is just moving the needle, And so I think that AI is going to help us leverage in a lot of ways, and we shouldn't be scared of it. We should be embracing it. Does anybody else, I want this to be an open forum. Does anybody have any questions, thoughts, or something that they're doing that maybe they could share with the team?
I will just add, if you're not doing voice memos, if you're a writing take note person, you can take pictures of what you wrote down and then also put it in ChatGPT and say, type this out for me and organize it for me, because my notes are a mess. Just a tip there.
I think that's great.
Allison, did you say you went with the Limitless AI? Is that the one?
I went with Limitless AI because when the room was surveyed, apparently Claude, it's more manual. I don't know, Tina, if you have Claude, but apparently it's like a turn off, turn on thing. Whereas Limitless, he said, he did the research on it, and it was just, you could let it roll all day. Like, you don't have to worry about it. What I thought was really interesting too, was he's like, if you are doing like a meeting or something like that. Okay. So for instance, he could have put his Limitless in the other room that was doing a mastermind while he was sitting in the other room, and he was in 2 places at one time so that he didn't miss any content. So he got to go into the mastermind for agent attraction, and he could stay in the mastermind for the top 250. Like, if you start thinking about it, we should just ask ChatGPT how to use Limitless AI, to be honest, right? It'll tell you all the ways, but
that's cool though.
It was insane. Yeah. So he went with Limitless AI, and I'm kind of the person that I'm not going to do research on things. So I just thought, he did the research, I'm going to go with that. So
Smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's amazing.
Claude, but I think they're probably very similar, but he said that's
well, I already found it.
I put it in the chat
He's on
here,
it.
guys, if you want the link. I don't have an affiliate code or anything fun like that, but
no, I was just looking for one because Truby texted me. I was like, dang, can I get one of these real fast?
That's awesome. But I mean, talk about leveraging yourself, getting yourself in 2 places at once. That's amazing. Real
I
smart.
just want to share real quick for those of you that don't go out and buy that right away, because they're, I don't know, $100 or whatever. You can just use your note taker on your phone, like just what is it called? Voice memo.
Voice
And then
memo, yeah.
transcribe and then throw that in. We started using it that way, and that's just as easy. It's just you have to be diligent about turning it on and off. So
Yeah, I don't have that tenacity, so there's no diligence for me. I just need it to be on autopilot, so I'm going to pay the $100. So,
Capture everything.
but yeah, you really should start capturing everything because, guys, we're having an entire mastermind around how we're using and leveraging AI in our business. I mean, Dear, I know you guys talked about doing this with yours, but I started a GPT where my listing coordinator could go in and there's like five options, and I want you to give me a buyer persona for this address. I want you to give me listing write-ups that talk to different avatars. I want you to give me, and all they have to do is type in the address and then click the option that they want, and it just builds it out for them. We're talking things that would have taken 7 hours that now take 7 minutes.
That's awesome. I didn't even think about that, to make different avatars there.
And then they basically can we're implementing this next week. They can then copy paste that and throw it into the Slack or Pumble channel for the agent to say, hey, here's some marketing campaigns and marketing ideas that you can use to speak to people on social media. Because that's another thing that I think a lot of us are missing, is that the whole topic in Scottsdale was like, we have free advertising. In the 90s, people used to have to pull out $200 weekly ads to go into the yellow, or I don't even know what they were called. What are they called? What were they called? The white
Classifieds.
The classifieds.
Classifieds. They'd have to pay I don't even know. You can tell I'm a total millennial. Like, they had to pay for classified ads every week. And if you did an open house, guys, think about this. There wasn't Facebook. There was no Instagram. There wasn't
none of that.
Zillow. You had to pay every week to say, I'm having an open house. Otherwise, you just hope and pray somebody's driving around on a Saturday in their station wagon or whatever was back then. And it's like the Griswolds or something. I don't know. And that's what they had to do. And so we're taking for granted what's at our fingertips, which is free marketing, free media. It's free. And we're not using it to the best of our ability. And so little things that they talked about is like, are you making marketplace ads? We've done an entire training on this, and I don't remember who did that training for us, but it was great. Yes, we'll find it and put it in the email thread to everybody. But they're doing the marketplace ads, and then your open houses. Every open house you host should be an event. It should be an event, and you should send it out to your entire Facebook group, all your friends. And then another thing that they talked about, this isn't AI, but you can use AI for the content making of it, is that you can make lists in Facebook. I did not know this.
Mm-hmm.
So you can go to list in Facebook. So all of your clients, all of your database, whatever it is, if you add them on your social media, which make sure you're not being super political or anything on your social media if you're going to go this route, but you can then make list of who your clients are and who your prospects are, so that when you're doing things, it's specifically pushing to those people so it doesn't get lost in the algorithm. So we're not using our social media as a free marketing tool. And that's something that's really important, that we don't need to just be pushing it out to every random Joe Schmo. To be honest with you, everybody sitting on this call, nobody needs a new lead. Not one person here needs a new lead. They don't need Zillow. They don't need Realtor.com. They need to get into their cell phone. They need to go and call the people that already know, like, and trust them, and you could run huge businesses on it. But we're in this instant gratification, dopamine hit culture that we just want our phone to ring. And if we start turning it around and asking ourselves, how do we make our phone ring? How do we make those contacts? I think that our businesses will, there's a lot of momentum there. They'll grow a lot faster. But one thing that I would love everyone to take a minute to do, and this is really important, is because also in Scottsdale, they said, have you chat GPT'd yourself and said, who is the top agent in Raleigh, North Carolina, and Beaufort, South Carolina? I'm listing my home. Give me the top 3 options. When I came back from Scottsdale, I had set 3 listing appointments, and by set, my phone rang. When I sat down at those 3 listing appointments, I asked them all, how did you find me? And they all said Chat GPT.
What?
Yep.
Every single one of them said Chat GPT. All 3.
I think we've had 1 or 2 come in with the source of Chat GPT now.
So then here's the question. They said, don't take the answer and be like, that's a bummer. Ask it. How am I number one? How do I make myself number one on this list? Give me a 25-day plan to make myself number one on this list. And it's going to tell you. They want you to do YouTube videos and shorts and Instagram reels that say the top 3 restaurants to visit in Beaufort, South Carolina. Who are the top 3 listing agents on my team? Whatever it is, blog posts, reuse your email database stuff and put it as a blog so it's searchable through LinkedIn, through Instagram, through all of these free platforms. The one thing that ChatGPT does not search is Google, because Google are paid ads. So then the question was, why are people going on ChatGPT and not Google? Because people now know that all you have to do is pay money on Google. It's a paid source. And one of the things, if you look and you do this as an agent, that ChatGPT is looking for, they're looking at sites like Effective Agents, Homelight, like, I don't know if they have affiliates with these companies, but Zillow is part of it too. You got to get your 5-star reviews up. You've got to claim your stuff. I mean, you have to be out there. You cannot be a secret agent. And that's how it's gaining this information. And so 3 out of 3 said that they got me because of ChatGPT.
Mhm. Isn't that amazing? They're using it now as a search engine. That's where people are going.
You're not considered the top agent.
Yeah, that's funny because I'm a team leader. I'm not even like,
I have Googled it and she's not number one. I hate to break it to you.
no, I'm not number one. But what's funny is it's if you just do, here's the deal. I asked this too. If you just do the top agent, I'm not number one. I'm usually number 2 or 3. They weren't just saying who's the top agent. They said, I'm listing my $2 million home in X. What listing agent should I interview? I'm going to be listing my $350,000 home and I'm going to be upside down on my mortgage. What agent would be the best for me to call to get my home sold as fast as possible for as much money as possible? They didn't just say, give me the top 3. So, but I will also say this, I wasn't the only person. They were all interviewing 3 people.
Mm-hmm.
And did you get the listings?
I got 2 out of the 3 so far.
So how did that come up based off of,
I asked.
no,
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
when they're searching
Oh.
and they said the top or the listing agent that works, how do they get that information if it's not?
It's because it's not just Google. It's all these other websites. Like, it's using the algorithm of like, okay, if they're looking at a $2 million house.
But what did you put up?
Reviews.
Yeah, I think
Reviews.
mine's it's just reviews was what it was pulling from. But if you want to
Maybe
fix
just
it,
data of sales.
yeah. But if you want to
Yeah.
fix it, and it's a lot of like your clients' reviews can't just be like, she was great. You need to coach them. Allison was amazing. She was thoughtful and kind and had a raccoon in her purse. Yeah, basically get your mama to write you a review and then make it into 16 avatars and keep on posting it 5 stars.
Allison, I'm on here now on ChatGPT, and the sources is like Fast Expert, Zillow,
Yep.
Realtor, Yelp,
Yep.
HPW, Homelight. Because what's funny is a girl that was on our team, Sarah, she's going to a new construction community, and she Googled like who are the top agents in Fuquay, and I came up. I was like, bam. But I'm doing that right now. I've gotten like so many reviews. I'm texting all my clients, Zillow and Realtor, and trying to get them to put my first and last name, and then trying to get partner referrals on our Google page so that my name just keeps coming up everywhere. And I'm going to dump all my reviews into ChatGPT, like Daria recommended and just said, save this. So
Yep.
I'm really trying to work on that too.
Yep. And just ask it. If you're not on that list, guys, don't be upset. Ask it how to fix it. And then
Exactly.
here's the difference. Action takers are money makers. Don't sit here on this call and be like, oh my gosh, this sounds so awesome. No, get it into action. I honestly love for this number right now. We got 30 people on. I'd love for it to start dropping off because you guys are all chat GPTing and figuring out how to go execute, because the game is execution. We can sit here all day long and read books about learning how to swim, but until you get your ass in that pool, you ain't going to learn.
Exactly. I think
just-
there's a mindset shift also, like Allison, you have to see ChatGPT not as your prompter, but as your partner. Like, it's going to work with you in your business and it can help grow your business. But if you're just like, draft an email that says this, the da-da-da-da-da, you have to feed it daily and talk about the things that you're doing. It's your partner in business. It's like your virtual assistant AI piece.
Mhm.
I love the specifics of it too, because the way you were given the example is asking for specific things. So the same way with your reviews, when we're telling our clients or our past clients how to introduce us to people, like how to give me a referral.
Yep.
Don't just say, hey, call Felicia, she's great. We tell them how to make that introduction. So with the reviews, if we're telling them how to put in the reviews, we listed your home, explain your experience and give details. So I do like when you give that exact, when they search, it's going to come back to you. So no, that's a great nugget.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Would you explain your home buying experience?
How would you-
with
yeah.
Catherine, I love
Yeah.
that.
And I think that it's a lot. So I
Yeah.
heard something yesterday. Maybe it was the fast forward movement on Monday or something, but it was like remove all friction. If you want results faster from the people you're in business with, as a team leader, as your clients, remove the friction. So tell them, I need you to do this, please. Thank you. Tell them exactly what was their home buying experience. We love if you would give 3 or 4 examples of how Catherine succeeded at a high level. If you just said, give me a review, it's going to be like 5-star great. I mean, I don't know if y'all have ever shopped on Shein, but you get some rewards if you give 5-star reviews. I'm not taking pictures and I'm just like 5-star dot, 5-star dot, because I just want to get through it. They just want to get through it. But if you help them say, like, this is how we would do it, we'd really appreciate if you do it this way. It's going to help you a lot. So remove that friction aspect. And then another one was updating those profiles. You talked about putting people's working genius in there. I use this a lot if I'm having a hard time with a seller or they communicate differently than I do. I will just talk to my chat GPT, tell them the entire scenario and say, what is the best way for me to be question-based, to get through to this client, to really help move the needle? And I let them kind of analyze if it's a high D, if it's an I or an S or a C based on the DISC scale and how I know to interact. I let it tell me exactly what I need to do to get to the finish line with that client. And that's been very helpful.
Yeah, I agree. And there's 2 questions I'd love to ask Chatty G, like after I do kind of a brain dump like that, Anna, Allison, I go through like, what am I blind to? Like, what am I not seeing there? And then what question did I not ask you that you need for more information? And then that helps draw out some, because again, I'm a very direct to the point communicator. So maybe I'm not spilling all the details. So that helps me see things in a different lens that maybe they're seeing. And then also like what more detail or what should I ask that maybe I didn't ask? So
Yeah,
2 great questions.
Maybe we should use that go 5 questions deep and do it with ChatGPT. Like keep questioning until we get to the results and really the nitty gritty of what we're looking for.
Yeah.
I want to respect everyone's time. We do this from 8:30 to 9. I appreciate everyone being here. I want to make sure that we close it out with, does anybody have any final thoughts, any questions, or any topics that you guys would like for us to talk about on our Wednesday masterminds?
This one has been great.
Thank you, Truby, for being here. We appreciate you. And we are so excited. Anna and Truby, can we give a quick shout out and plug to our in-person event tomorrow? Can we go ahead and give everybody a little bit of information on that? I know we've got some people within hour to 2-hour driving distances. I think that's going to be a great opportunity for in-person. Truby?
My office is so loud. So Truby, use your quiet office.
Yeah, quiet for the moment. So yeah, in Jacksonville at the Marriott, is it, I believe, 10 to 1 tomorrow. Dave Frost is kind of organized it, I guess, with everybody's help, but pretty cool agent event. He's got a panel set up. Anna will be speaking. Come on.
Yeah, we've got Ashley Bomarito speaking, Anna Powell speaking, Dave Frost is heading this with his group as well. And I think that it's a really important, proximity is power, right? And so if you're craving community, if you're craving being in person, it's really important that we show up to these things. This one's free. It's at the Marriott in Jacksonville. Again, we've got some powerhouse people that are going to be talking and some rainmakers that are going to be dropping a lot of truths. But it's a short event. It's worth the hour and a half drive if you can make it to be in person. If nothing else, you guys get like face-to-face referral partners in these feeder markets that you work with. And so if you need that information, please let us know. It's all over our social media. We've shared, and it'll also be in a recap of today's call with some of our tools and techniques that we had. We always do a follow-up, but if you need us, let us know. And then also, guys, share this with people. We're brand agnostic. If you feel like somebody would benefit from collaborating like this, don't be shy. Make sure you share these masterminds with them and invite them. And we'd love to see more people on. So we appreciate you, and we will let you know what our topic is for next week, and make it a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you all.
Thanks, y'all.
Bye,
Thanks,
guys.
guys. This was so great. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you guys. This was great.
Bye. Bye.
Happy
Bye.
Wednesday.